Hi, my name's Scott and welcome to the Living History School. Today we're going to be talking about pioneer lighting. So here's a variety of different lighting people used throughout history. Generally, the oldest type of candles are the tallow candles. Basically, what they would do is when they butcher an animal, they take and cut off the fat, and they would put this in a pot, and they would render it, basically cooking it down until they got the oil or the fat into a liquid form, and they would pour this into what is called a candle mold. This is a candle mold here, and basically what you do is you pour the fat down into these tubes, and then you put a stick across here and a wick or a piece of string down in there, and you let these cool, and then you pull them out, and you would have tallow candles. You could also use beeswax. Here's a big block of beeswax, and some people had beehives, and they would of course get the wax from the cones and heat that up and pour it down into the candle mold and make beeswax candles. Now, early on, a lot of people just had little containers like this to carry their candles around, but the problem with this is that the wind can easily blow them out, and it doesn't really direct the light to where you need it to go. So people started making candle lanterns, and I have a couple different varieties here. This one has kind of a stick down in the middle where you can pull it up and relight it, and then change the candle, which is kind of convenient. So basically, these are the kind of things that would hang outside of a tavern on a stick and let people know where the tavern was located, or if you had to go to your barn and check in your barn, you would take this along with you. And what this does is just stops the wind from blowing out your candle, and it kind of directs the light towards it, towards what you need to look at. So that's one type of the candle lantern, and then here's another type, common in the mid 18th century, and then this one has a cross symbol on it. And there's a door right here on the side with a little latch, and you could open it up and change the candle. Also, you can also take this bottom part out and set it on a table if you want. But of course, candles are kind of dangerous. If you knock one of these candles over in the cabin, you could light the cabin or the barn on fire. So around the mid 1850s, kerosene lantern was invented, but didn't really come into use until the 1870s and 1880s. And I have a couple different varieties here of kerosene lanterns. This is a kerosene lantern here. This is more of a house lantern, and the way you light this is you pour the oil or the kerosene down into this jug right here, and then there's an adjustable wick in here, and basically it goes down into the oil, and then sucks the oil through the wick up to the top there, and you light that, and you can adjust the flame, and you can cut these flames, the end of the wick there, to give you different types of lighting. So like a triangle or a point on the wick will give you a different type of lighting. So that's one type. And then if you had to go out into the barn, you'll say they had more of a kind of a barn light. And this is more what a barn light looks like. And you can still get these today. Actually, this one was from Walmart, and actually it's made in China. But here's an example of an old one that I'm going to get repair here. And this one's probably from the 20s or 30s. Kerosene lantern, barn lantern, or just going out, into the woods or whatever. This is the type of lantern people used. But for your all-around your house lantern, this is more the style, the little fancier type with the glass top. Now when you're done with these, you got to be real careful not to touch this glass, because this glass gets hot. So when you're done with the lantern, you just cup your hand like this and you blow it out. I'd like to thank you today for joining me on the Living History School, and hope you learned a little bit about pioneer lighting. And I'm going to blow out the lantern here, and hopefully you'll subscribe to our Facebook channel, and also I'm going to be starting a blog spot, livinghistoryschoolblog.com. So if you want to join me there, we can talk about more pioneer skills and bushcraft skills And I'm going to blow this candle out. Remember, you have to cup your hand and then blow on that, and that blows the flame out. You don't burn your hand by touching the glass. Take care.